Hi guys, welcome back to Previously on the Internet with
I'm Artavia.
and I'm Faith. Thank you guys for joining us for episode 4 now. Our setup's a little different, but we're gonna try this out and see if it's better. But yeah, I hope you guys had a good week. We are now on YouTube, so if you are more of a watcher than a listener, which I know I am, you could go to our YouTube, which is Previously on the Internet podcast. Yeah, something like that. Just type in Previously on the Internet.
Yeah.
And you can find us. So yeah, then of course, if you're a listener, then listen to Spotify and Apple Podcasts. But yeah, hope you guys had a good week. I think I already said that. Whatever. But yeah, I had a pretty good week.
What'd you do?
What did I do? You know, I always forget. I just don't have no sense of time, so I don't know what I did yesterday, 2 days before, whatever. But I think I had a good week. I mean, it's pretty mundane.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like last minute Sally, and my Eras tour is coming up, and I don't know what to wear, so I'm trying to find an outfit while simultaneously trying to find an outfit for like go watch Barbie.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to be fun, you know. Like everyone's wearing cute outfits, and while trying to find an outfit for Barbie, I realized that I literally own no clothing that's pink.
Really?
Which is so weird. I like the color pink.
Mm-hmm.
And I really thought that I had at least a t-shirt. I literally don't have anything pink.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to find stuff that's pink. So I'm like, maybe I could wear something for Barbie and the Eras tour and like be pink and just go as Lover. Even though Lover's not my favorite album, but I gotta work with what I got. But I can't find anything cute pink stuff. And like even like my size, I can't find anything, of course. But like I'm looking on Amazon, which I'm not really happy with, but I'm trying to find cute stuff. There's a shop online like called Shop Cider.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like they're Shein adjacent, like bad quality, but they have cute stuff and they have my size, so I might have to order from them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just have been trying to find an Eras outfit.
Are you trying to do like a dress? Are you trying to do a set piece? Are you trying to do just
you know fun? I don't know, but someone brought it up on Twitter earlier. I've never been to a concert in the middle of summer in an open air stadium. Yeah. It's going to be so hot.
Yeah.
Next to everybody singing. And I already sweat like within a split second of going outside. So I'm going to be drenched. So I was kind of thinking a dress, like something simple like that. Because then I just don't have to find like a top and a bottom and stuff like that. It's just one piece.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to go with a dress.
Okay. Are you wearing, and I'm assuming are you going to wear like sandals? Or are you going to wear like booties?
Probably sandals.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
Most likely.
Yeah, it's always tough finding finding like the perfect outfit for like a concert or just anything. So hopefully you do find a dress. I know I feel like dresses are just like you really have to like the dress because it's like gonna be the whole like outfit, like rather than like if it's a top and pants and you're like, okay, I can do this top with this type of pants, so, like, you know. But a dress, you have to like be in it at all or not.
And my cousin's coming with me, and she sent me like the outfit that she was gonna get. I don't know if she got it, but it's like super cute, and I'm like, but she's not even like a Taylor Swift fan. I'm just having her come with me. Yeah, I'm like, she can't outdress me. So I gotta find something good. Yeah. But yeah, that's just my week. But I'm really excited because it's my birthday tomorrow. And I'm a big, I don't know, I just love birthdays. Even if it's not mine. Yeah. Like, because my birthday, then the next day it's my sister's birthday. Yeah. And it's just like a fun, July's the best month of the year.
All right. That's debatable.
Maybe, like, it competes with December, I would say. I love December.
Yeah, I love December.
Just because it's cold and stuff, but like July is so fun. It's like the only, if we're speaking in like school terms, July is like the only month where it's fully, you don't have school. Yeah. Because you start in August, you end in June. July is just free. The only bad thing is the heat.
Yeah. I was going to say, that's the worst. I love January. The crickets. No, I mean, January's good. It's like that's where we get the most rain. It's like cold. You can wear your sweaters.
Yeah, I do love the cold weather.
Yeah.
But how was your week?
My week, it was good. It's pretty like quiet. I feel like nothing major was happening. We're just like doing a lot of stuff preparing for this next week, which is cool. I don't want to say it yet, but which is so cool. But which is, I mean, it's not cool for anybody else, but I'm excited. That's what I'm happy for. But yeah, other than that, like I said, it's just been quiet. I don't want to do anything because of the heat.
Yeah, it's been really bad.
So if I can stay inside, I'll stay inside. But I was outside for most of it, so I was grumpy. So, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
But yeah, it's been a slow week for topics.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we have topics, but we might just go do something different and like give opinions and stuff and like hot takes and stuff that probably, I mean, some might not have anything to do with pop culture, just like I need to rant about stuff. But yeah, should I go first with my first topic?
Yeah, the queen of starting off. Go ahead.
I guess I could start off with like new music, because there's two of my favorite artists have like teased new music. The first one being Demi Lovato. Mm-hmm. She is going to do like a revamped version of her old songs, because now she's like a rock girly, mm-hmm. which her last album honestly might be my favorite album from her. It's so good. Like, I think it's the most cohesive, and just the harmonies in the background. I was listening to it on the way here. Mm-hmm. I'm like, man, the harmonies in the back are so good. But I love that album. And so she's like remaking her old songs into rock. Mm-hmm. And it's like gonna be a full album. So she has like Sorry Not Sorry, Cool for the Summer, and Heart Attack. Yeah. Out right now. And it's gonna be more old songs. And she hasn't released that yet. Mm-hmm. But I'm hoping Remember December's on there. Yeah, it's like a classic.
I know.
Yeah, so that album EP is coming out soon. I don't remember the date, but it's coming out sometime. And then Tori Kelly has been teasing new music. I thought it was going to be an album, but it's an EP, and that's coming out hopefully Friday, July 28th. So go listen to it if it does come out. She's been posting teasers on like TikTok. They sound so good. Like, she's finally in her R&B pop lane.
Really? Because wasn't she doing gospel?
She started off as, like, just, like, you know, regular pop. Yeah. Which she sounded good. And then, of course, she's a gospel girly, so she made a gospel album. So good. And then, but she always, I just never understood, like, all her covers that she would do, she sounds so good singing old R&B songs, like, from the 90s, early 2000s. Yeah. But the music just wasn't really showing that, or at least her first album and her second album. Yeah. Or her third album. But now she's, like, fully in that lane. Like, she's working with Timbaland and Darkchild are producing. And then also John Bellion's a producer, which I kind of like his collabs that he's done with people. I think he worked on the Jonas Brothers' latest album. Yeah. And he's worked with Shawn Mendes and, like, other people. And his own music's pretty good. But yeah, I'm super excited for this EP, but literally when I got here, I just found out that she is in the hospital for blood clots. So I'm hoping she gets better.
Yeah. You know, we're praying for Tori Kelly. Like, that's like such a scary situation. And yeah, when I saw the tweets that she was rushed to the hospital, I was like, oh my goodness. But hopefully everything's tamed and controlled.
Yeah, it's like, blood clots. Well, anything that sends you to the hospital is scary. Yeah. But I was reading, like, blood clots, like, around her vital organs. I'm not a doctor, so I don't really know what that means, but that sounds bad. So, hopefully she recovers and everything's good, but, yeah.
Just the whole thing is scary. You know, like how you just said, anything that you get sent to the hospital for. Yeah. Like... Because, you know, none of us ever know the result. I don't know how they got this information. Did they say
it's TMZ? TMZ knows everything.
My God. They got people working in the hospitals, which is so annoying.
And, like, the police officers when Kobe died.
Oh, my God. That's why they got sued. Yeah. But how you were saying that it's scary, just being just going into the hospital in general, just because you never know. We never really know what it is. I know like people do leak the information when people do go to the hospital.
Yeah.
But, you know, we'll never know the whole situation. And that's just similar to like Jamie Foxx's situation, where everybody was just like, oh, what is he in the hospital for? Like, just wanting to know every single detail was not giving the family the space they needed. And then people just come into assumption that some like accounts are reporting the wrong information or like stuff that they assumed. And then he finally like made a video and then he was just like, oh, I didn't want you guys to see me like that. Now they're saying like how different he looks now.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't understand how we have not learned from Chadwick Boseman to stop talking about how people look, because you never know what their health is like. And it's just so annoying.
Yeah.
But I just like, not how do you feel, but do you agree with people like saying like they need to know what's going on, or do you like respect the privacy of the celebrities? I
mean, we don't need to know any information about anybody, whether they're a celebrity or not. Just just the information that anyone's willing to give, that's the information that you need to. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. I just feel like if whoever's comfortable sharing with whatever, then that's the amount that we deserve, and nobody deserves more information from somebody that's not willing to give it out.
Yeah, exactly.
If that makes sense.
No, it does. Yeah, because when I was just seeing certain people's tweets, and like now that this Tori Kelly situation is happening, and then it's like, I remember somebody going, they said, why did no one tell me? Like, what? And it's just like, we're not entitled to that information. Like, we don't need to know exactly how you said, even if it's a celebrity or not. If they're not willing to give out that information and let people in that they don't know, like, again, we don't know half of these people. I'm not talking like obviously the celebrities, we don't know, but any of like the people that in your area, but it's just, I mean, I'm not gonna get on the curious people, because you know what, sometimes I do get curious when I see certain TikToks and people's like, oh, their sibling like passed away, or like their friend. I do be in the comments looking to see like what happened. It's just like, we're just curious. We're not trying to be like rude. Yeah. But when you're like publicly like out there constantly like commenting on, just tweeting about it, just anything, making it known that you really want to know this information just in their business, then that's why I feel like sometimes you kind of cross the line, because again, you're demanding these answers when you are not entitled to it. It's just, it's a lot.
And it's one thing being curious, which is totally fine. But like you said, you don't need to put it out in the public domain, like that you need to know what's going on, or even like harassing these celebrities or just people in general, just because you want to fulfill that for yourself for some odd reason. But yeah, and like people are so, there's just too much information on the internet for people to handle, because now they're saying like Jamie Foxx, oh, this is a clone, it has to be a clone. Like no other situation makes more sense to these freaks. The only possible answer to why Jamie Foxx looks different, not because he was in the hospital for so many weeks or however long with some illness, I don't know what it is, but it's because he's a clone. People are just so stupid on the internet, and the internet needs to be taken away from some people, because people will believe anything, and people will see anything on the internet and believe it and immediately believe it to be true. And then that informs their next weird theories about, I don't know, I could go into it, but people are so irritating.
The amount
just take what it is for face value and move on with your life.
Exactly. The amount of theories that you see about, like, I'm not too much situations, I'm not gonna get situations, but just about celebrities. The Britney Spears one, and then like the Avril Lavigne one.
Oh god. Yeah, that was kind of funny.
That one is, but it's just sometimes people make these threads, or like, I guess, yeah, threads on Twitter, or like maybe like TikTok videos or whatever, and they go through these theories, and they're sometimes I can't, like, are you joking? Like, I really can't tell if people, some people are joking or if they're really being serious. Like,
and some people do joke, but there's people out there who believe, like, oh, that's not a joke. This is for real.
Yeah. And I'm just like, there's no way you're serious. Like, get outside, touch some grass, do something, get a hobby.
Yes.
Because there's just no way that certain of these theories people live, like, would die on that hill for.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't know.
Sorry, that was just random,
yeah, people just need to calm down, and like they're already starting with Tori Kelly, which is so
really
deranged. But anyways, moving on. Did you have a topic or?
Nah, not really.
Should we get into debates and hot takes?
Okay, let's go.
Because I already know you're gonna debate me on one.
Oh no,
which is why I gotta bring it up.
Wait, that's not fair. You got your arguments ready. I don't.
But yeah, we're just gonna. We thought it would be fun to like sound off hot takes and unpopular opinions about, I mean, pop culture, music, celebrities, just life in general. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see if people agree or not.
Oh boy.
But should I go first with my first one?
Yeah, because I have no idea what's going on.
Okay. So my hot take is, and this is something that we've talked about before, which we we definitely disagree on. But my first hot take is, people do not need to back into parking spaces. You are a pick-me if you are backing into parking spaces. I hate it, hate it, hate it. Even
oh my god.
And oh my god, I am so passionate about this topic because it gets on my nerves so bad. I mean, it's one for people to like back into a parking space if there's no one around. To have the nerve to back into a parking space when I am waiting, having to wait for someone to back into a parking space because they're blocking the entire little parking lot lane just so they could back in, and they're taking forever. Oh my god, that is so irritating to me. And like, even if I went to a school, I went to a college in San Marcos, and there's something in the water in that town because everybody and their mothers backed into a parking space. I don't understand. Even if the entire parking garage was empty, they would still pull their car around and back up. Why? There is no need. There's nobody around. Even if they like had to go into Starbucks, they would back there. Oh my god, I just cannot stand it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna fight you on this one. I'm an active backup person into a space. No matter where I am, I'm backing into the spot. I am not pulling in forward. Okay, unless I'm in a stressful situation where I know that there's cars behind me, then I'll pull in forward and then I'll fix myself. The reason why I back in is because I cannot park forward like nicely, like to my what I want to park at. And then I have to like reverse, fix myself. Like no. I rather just back into the spot because like I've done it for 2 years now, and I mean I feel like I have it down where I know what angle I need to be at, and all I just need to do is whoop, and I'm in the parking spot. So I'm here to fight for everyone who backs into the spot, just because let me tell you why. You might not think it's easier, okay, when you're when you need to back into it and you have to make people wait. Okay, first of all, if you're a slow person to back into spaces, that's why I get you. Because why are you taking this long when there's cars waiting?
And there's a lot of slowpokes.
Yeah, there's a lot of slowpokes. But if you know what you're doing and you're pretty quick with it, you don't have to make yourself perfect. As long as you're in the spot, and then when the cars go by, you can fix yourself. But to try to get it perfect on the first one when there's all these cars behind you, that's ridiculous. But if you're a good person who backs up into the spot, then you don't have this problem. But I feel like it just makes the most sense to park that way, because once you park, you get out, you do what you need to do, and you're ready to leave. All you do is just, poop, like, just pull out, go forward. Or if there's an emergency, and I believe this is why other countries do it, they back into their parking spots. Because if an emergency were ever to happen, then it's just an easy pull out, and everybody just falls away, like follows along. Because if you pull into the parking spot, now you're gonna have to like, you can't see how many cars are coming behind you if your front was at the end rather than your back. Do you get it?
I do, but I don't know. It's just even worse when you're like following a car down like a parking like lot lane, and you think, oh, they're gonna continue going forward. Nope, reverse lights. You gotta wait for them to back up. It just enrages me seeing people back into park spaces, and like that makes sense. People in Europe, because everybody does it, but not everybody does it over here. So
I know.
Stop holding me up.
But man, I just love backing into parking spots. Like it's just so nice. You just you just go straight into it.
I can't stand it.
Do you know how to do it?
No.
Oh, is that why?
No.
I was like, is that why you're hating? Let's start there.
I've actually never tried.
No?
No.
You have to try. Like I promise you, it's just easier. Maybe it helps because I have a camera.
Yeah, cameras help.
Yeah, so I feel like that helps, but I feel like I've been doing it long enough that I can do it without a camera. Like I can do a lot of stuff reversing. I reverse like down the hill. Well, like right here, because when I need to pull in, I think you see me. Well, yeah, it's just easy. Like, and then like I said, the camera helps, but yeah, but I am gonna agree with you on the slow, that because that's my mom. She is very slow at like reversing and parking and stuff, and I'm just like, girl, come on, get out the way. So yeah, good topic. Do you have another?
Yeah, I have a lot.
Okay.
Let me see. Let me look at my list, because I like brought up the idea of doing hot takes, and I just started writing. I have, okay, I'll go into another topic. I have like a general artist that I think are way overrated.
Uh-oh.
And I feel like you might agree with me on these.
Okay.
The Beatles. They are not good. Their music is terrible. Like, I don't... If you like the Beatles... if you like the Beatles, you're either like an older person.
You're coming for people's grandparents right now.
Okay, I don't care. They're not even... If you like the Beatles, you're either an old person or you're trying to be different. Because the Beatles, their music is not good. And people think like they're like incredible. They're the blueprint. Terrible music. I just don't understand. Okay, this one might get people mad. Madonna. I don't understand the hype around her. And I'm not trying to come for her because I think she was recently had some illness. So I feel bad coming for her. But I just don't understand Madonna. And the hype around her. People love her. I mean, the music's whatever. Like, I could go my whole... I couldn't name... Well, maybe I could name one. But I couldn't name like 3 Madonna songs. I don't understand the hype. And it might be like based off like the music I was raised off of, but I just don't understand the hype around Madonna. People like praise her. I don't understand it. And then I have another one. The Weeknd. The Weeknd, in my opinion, deserves the Bruno Mars treatment because people for some reason hate Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars, my little short king, did not do anything. All he does is make good music, does his little dance, and minds his business. But The Weeknd, I don't like his music, and he's just been annoying ever since The Idol came out because that TV show was terrible, and he thought it was like really gonna pop off when he did those tweets. All his music I think sounds the same to me. Like it's just like the same song over and over again. And then my last music hot take is boy bands that are getting back together.
Okay, well, hold on. I'm gonna go back to your overrated.
Okay.
Okay, the Beatles, I understand. Madonna, I understand. Because, I mean, I don't think I'd listen to their music. I mean, obviously, you know the songs, the popular ones. But, like, I would listen to a Beatles song, but when Big Time Rush... When Big Time Rush sings it, when they like had that movie, their Big Time Rush movie. Anyways, they sung a lot of Beatles songs in that one, so I was listening to the Beatles songs, but their version. So I just had to throw that out there. But who was the last artist? Oh, The Weeknd. Mm-hmm. Okay, which album?
I don't know.
All of them?
They all sound like all his. I don't listen to his albums because all of his singles just sound the same to me.
Really? Oh well, okay. Anything
like there's no growth in his music to me.
Okay, that's fair because I didn't listen to his last album. I didn't listen to the other one, or I think I've heard songs, but I didn't like actively listen to. Mm-hmm. But anything that was pre Can't Feel My Face, I think those ones are good. Like that.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, he has some good songs. Like definitely before Can't Feel My Face. Yeah. Like, what was that one song for 50 Shades of Grey?
Earned It?
Yeah, that was a good song. And like, I don't know, I can't think of the top of my head. But there's definitely songs I like, but they just continue to sound the same to me.
Yeah. I don't know. I think like, yeah, his last like album that I really was a fan of. It's, what is it called? I don't even know what it's called. It's the one that he had like Ed Sheeran on and Labyrinth and...
Is that the one where like he had like that plastic surgery face?
No. That I think that was the one before that one. Oh. What is that one called? I'm like... do you know which one I'm talking about? But I felt like that was like his last album before... Yeah, he got into like... Now his like more like upbeat, like I don't know how to describe that type of music, but I don't know. I'm about to pull up this album. Sorry, y'all. It was The Hills.
Oh, I've never heard that title.
No, The Hills. Oh no, sorry. No, I lied. Beauty Behind the Madness.
Oh, okay, that sounds familiar.
That's this one.
Oh, okay. That's the latest one?
No, that was the last one.
Oh.
I enjoyed.
Oh, okay.
Because it was just... Oh, my God, no. That's Can't Feel My Face. It's on that one.
Oh, okay.
What? Oh, man. Because it was like Losers. That's the one with Labyrinth. And like Acquainted, The Hills, Earned It, Dark Times. All this stuff. Anyways, good music. But then after that... Oh, after that was like Starboy and stuff like that.
Oh my God, this song's so annoying.
But yeah, sorry. Those ones, so I understand now. Yeah, I feel like after The Idol, I get a little...
Did you watch it?
No.
I watched the first, or did I watch the full episode? Oh, I watched some of the first episode. It was bad.
Yeah.
Like, really bad.
Jeez. No, I know I was gonna watch it, but then I was just like, kept seeing stuff about it, and I was like... Yeah. And there's some lines that he had to say. Oh. And it has made me so uncomfortable that I was like, yeah, I'm never watching this.
His hairdo in the show made me uncomfortable enough. That's terrible.
I don't know, like, I understand, like, the character that he had to play, but, yeah. I guess, what's the guy's name who creates this?
Sam Levinson.
Yeah. I guess he was just, like, hoping for another Euphoria, because Euphoria is good. I watch Euphoria. I don't know if you do. Yeah. But yeah, I watched that one.
Did you see that they're not gonna start Euphoria until 2025? That's ridiculous. They're gonna be in their mid-30s acting like teenagers.
Well, remember the thing is supposed to be a time jump.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So okay, that's what it's rumored it was supposed to be. That it was supposed to be a time jump, and I'm hoping that it is, and it makes sense now, just because I don't think it's going to be like they're going to be teenagers to 30, but they're definitely going to be in like their 20s. But that's what I feel like the TV show started off as. Yeah. Like when they were in their 20s, because it just makes the most sense when you know what the storyline is and what they do. It just makes sense. Like I understand teenagers do that, some teenagers don't. Like it's this whole thing, but. I just don't know why filmmakers and writers and all this stuff, they are so obsessed with putting like teenagers in such like strong like storylines like that, where it's like drugs and sex and drinking and just scandals and all these different types of things. Because it's like I said, I'm sure it happens, but it's like sometimes we don't want to see teenagers.
Yeah.
We don't want to see teenagers, like, we want to see, like, because now everyone who, like, was growing up on, like, these teen dramas, I feel like we're, like, 20s now. Mm-hmm. And I know, like, the other ones are, like, in their 30s now. But it's just, like, we want to see college age people, like, make those type of storylines. Like, I don't know. I just feel like since Euphoria is so hardcore, it just makes sense if they were in their 20s. But
probably because Sam Levinson is a freak.
Yeah. Please.
But here's I didn't get to finish my last music related topic.
Boy bands.
Yes. Uh-oh. Okay, so the boy bands that are coming back, more specifically the ones from like the boy bands from the 90s, like Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block, like those two. Like, I think I'm now follow along with me. I think it's very cringy how like they're like old dads now, like trying to bring back like the nostalgia of like their heyday. And it's just, I don't know, they're like, I don't know, I think it's their reunions are cringy, which leads me to my next point. I feel like Big Time Rush's reunion is like that.
Okay, I like half agree with you and I half don't, just because I loved Big Time Rush. But yeah, when I was like on something and then it was like showing like their concert, like more concert, and I said, oh, it's still going. I thought it was like we're coming back for this, and then yeah, because has it been, I don't even know when they split, probably like 2000. Oh, it has been 10 years.
Okay. It just feels like we sucked at our solo thing, so might as well come back together.
Dead. No.
and hear me out. This does not apply to the Jonas Brothers because they are family. So, when Nick Jonas did have success, and so did DNCE, but only for a couple songs. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know.
I mean, yeah, because I don't know. I didn't keep up with their.
I feel like when careers. Big Time Rush was, like separated, they did not like each other.
When Big Time Rush was separated?
Yeah. Well, I feel like that's what I saw, but I also don't keep up with them, so maybe they did like each other. But I felt like, especially what's his name, James? He was kind of weird when I did see him actually perform. I did see him perform solo one time at, what was it called? Jingle Ball. He was like on the outside stage when I went one year, and he was performing. Oh, okay. And it was kind of, I don't know. He weirds me out the most.
Really?
Yeah.
Carlos is there.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. I like kept up with him and Alexa when they were on Dancing with the Stars, and so I would follow them. But did you like Alexa posted one time? I don't know how recently, like maybe a year ago or something. Their youngest kid, she like slammed a door on his finger, and they had to like remove like the tip of the finger because from something.
No, I did not see
and
that.
Like she made a post about it, and in the caption she was like so nonchalant about it. Like, I slammed the door accidentally, and now he's missing the top of his finger, but...
the baby?
Yeah, like I don't know how baby it was, like maybe a year or
my goodness.
But, but she was, like, making it seem like it was not nothing, but very just, like, here it is, and whatever.
Like, oopsie daisy.
Yeah. Very weird. Like, if I was a reason to cause... anybody, let alone a child, for their finger to get cut off or like a tip of finger, I would be mortified.
Jeez. No, I stopped. I never paid attention to them just because, but I think I started like really noticing like where I was like, oh, they're kind of little. When I realized that they were in so many films together. They do a lot of like projects together, like because they're both actors.
Who? Oh, I thought you were talking about Big Time Rush. Okay, yeah, no. Carlos and Alexa.
Yeah, Carlos and Alexa, and like it's typical. Like they all have separate projects. No, why do I feel like every time I saw them on the screen, they were in the same movie? Like, if you saw one, you saw the other.
Yeah, they're very, like...
And it's like, okay, I mean, it's
joined
cool.
at the hip.
Yeah. It's cool that, like, you know, you get to work with your, like, significant other. And it's like, oh, that's so sweet. But, like, to do it multiple times. And I guess we should have seen that when she was on Big Time Rush.
She was?
Yeah, it was, like, their last season. And then she was playing Alexa Vega. Like, she was playing herself. And then I think Carlos had, like, a crush on her in the TV show and stuff. It should have been the start. We should have got warnings from that. So, but yeah, they're always... I mean, they probably only have, like, 4 projects together. But still, it feels like that's a lot than most actor couples.
I was really into them when they did Dancing with the Stars. And so I was, like, following both of them. And they would go on, like, cruises. Like, they would do, like, partnerships with the cruises. Also, it looked like they lived on a cruise for a couple months. Oh my God. And then they moved to Hawaii, and, like, they have, like, their kid named Ocean, and they're, like, really into, like, beaches and cruises and stuff. So, I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, okay, sorry, but back to Big Time Rush. I mean, is the reunion cringy? Maybe. I don't know. But, yeah, I mean, it is going longer than what I thought. That's kind of off the note. What's that TV show? Jersey Shore.
Oh, yeah.
I thought they were coming back for, like, 1 season. Now they have, like, freaking, like, 9 seasons. Yeah. And it's just like, oh, I think it's time to wrap it up. And they come back for another reunion, like, down the line. But, like, they just keep going. So, yeah, I was shocked. But you know what? I'm going to let them do them because I loved Big Time Rush growing up. Until, like, One Direction came in. But... And if One Direction has a reunion, I don't want to hear a peep. I don't want to hear a peep out of you. Because, I mean, I don't know if it will ever happen, but...
I feel like it will happen, but when they're, like, in their 40s.
Oh, God.
I don't think it's going to happen right now.
But, I mean, I would love to see it. I know some of them in that band want it to happen.
Oh.
Because... They need it to happen more like so. But yeah, I would definitely be front row. Right there.
To the One Direction one?
Yes, I would.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you have any hot takes?
I guess we can go back to that one comment that you said on the first week. when you said about Stan Twitter.
Okay.
Back then, and you were like, One Direction fans think they started Stan Twitter, but they didn't. And then, okay, I'm here to set something straight. No, we did not. I'm sorry, I'm counting we because I used to have a One Direction fan account. And no, we did not start Stan Twitter.
Period.
Listen, but we made a lot of things popular.
Okay, and I'm not fighting you guys on that.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, I'm sorry, but we had a lot of trends going on that, like, other people in fandoms started. I think, what was it, Justin Bieber's fandom? Like, we were really, I don't know why we were beefing with that fandom. But, yeah, like, there's just so many trends that we did that other people started doing. The one most prominent is probably, like, do you remember the SAS accounts? Mm-mm. That was, like, when... I don't know, that's when everybody was like, they said some things that would not get away with today. There was a lot of people who was like rude and racist on like Stan Twitter. Stan accounts, like they probably still are nowadays, but they were just like brutal, I think, back then. And that, like, I don't think Stan Twitter now could even deal with what the tweets were like, because the amount of time people told them to go off themselves.
Goodness gracious.
And it's just like, I mean, I never said that, but just so many people did. If you disagreed with anything, they were just like attacking you. I remember I made this one tweet, and suddenly, like, I had same fandom, mind you, same One Direction fandom. I made this one tweet that was about Harry and Louis, and because people think they're in a relationship, like they were in a relationship. I don't know. And I made like this comment because Louis had a girlfriend, and I was like, you know, clearly he's showing what he wants us to like. Yeah, like, I mean, and I assume what he is. And then when I was like, he has a girlfriend, like, y'all need to leave it alone. Like, I forgot what I said. And then next thing you know, all these like Larry shippers were like, go off yourself. Like, you're just, anyways, they were just calling me like nasty, like words. And like it was like, I think 3 days straight. Goodness just like gracious. Straight death threats and like all these like rude remarks and stuff. But like the thing is, I will like talk about it, but like I'm sorry. What were we, like 15 at the time? I don't know. I'm not giving you any attention. Like, I don't know why you all up on my tweet anyways. And so I will not feed into certain of these people's comments. And I think that's what makes more people mad. Yeah. Is when you're not giving them the attention. So they're bringing their friends in. And it's like, bro, chill. Like, we're on... It's just Twitter. Yeah. It's just Twitter. But, yeah, I don't know. It just makes me laugh. But thank you for agreeing that One Direction fans did start a lot of trends in Stan Twitter. And
yeah. So. Back then, like, Stan Twitter during then, like... 2014 era, people were just ride or die for their whoever they stand. Like, it was just very black and white, where now people are more comfortable like calling out their people, but whatever like their fave said was Bible, you know?
Yeah.
Like even me, like sometimes like I went crazy over some people. But, yeah, it's just so funny how, like, back then to now, things have changed.
Yeah. I'm like, I mean, some fans still do, like, hold their fave to, like... Yeah. They're like, no, they can never do no wrong. Shut up. But I'm just so glad, yeah, people are more comfortable about calling not just their favorites, but just other people out on, like, stuff that they need to be called out on. But, yeah, I wish we had, like, that type of backbone. No, I feel like we did, but it was just there was just not enough.
I also think that a lot more people were like young, to where like we didn't have the
that's true,
like, you know, brain to think like we love these people, like they could do no wrong in our eyes. But I feel like more people now on Stan Twitter are a little bit older, to where that's what I feel like. Maybe not our age, but maybe like in their 20s at least.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's just, I don't know. I mean at a certain point, I think it was like 2016, 2015, I think that's when there ended up being a switch. Like, people started becoming more like socially aware and like conscious of what's like being said and calling out certain people. Which is crazy because it's like half those people who's calling out was saying the nastiest things back in 2013. Like, it was just crazy. But, yeah, Stan Twitter was like, I mean, it was fun. It's definitely a fun thing to do as like a teenager.
You definitely make a lot of, you know, I think the only necessarily good thing that comes from Stan Twitter is making friends on there. Yeah. Like, I've definitely made a lot of friends that, like, you know, I might not like talk to now, but there's some I don't talk to, and some I still talk to, and like even though like I'm not necessarily, I don't consider myself on Stan Twitter anymore. I like keep up with things, but I'm like not like ride or die like tweeting 24/7. But yeah, yeah, I just think I don't know. There's good things coming from Stan Twitter.
Yeah, like the connections that you make. Yeah, definitely what people online, like certain ones but because I know that there's some people who like I don't want to get into that, but definitely some friendships that you make. I do enjoy those ones, because I remember it was like a group of us, and but one of them lived in North Carolina. I'm not even from there. North California. And then I know like if it was like possible, I know we did meet up like twice, I think. Shout out. You know who you are. But yeah, I don't know. That was like so fun. And then you just like hang out and it's like you have like a friend that's like interested in the same, like the people that you're interested in with, because I don't think our friend, like they didn't really do this. And then we were fans of different people. So then it was just like, oh man. Yeah. But yeah, it's been fun. I know that you said that you've been on like Twitter since 2011-ish. And then how you got a notice from Demi. One of like, when I first got on Twitter, I think it was 2012, maybe the beginning of 2012 or the end of 2011. And then I didn't know how to work it. So I like never went back on. And then, but definitely 2012 is when I like picked back up. And this is when I was a fan of like Big Time Rush, Ariana Grande, and like I think I was a fan of One Direction, but I feel like I was putting Big Time Rush over One Direction at this time. But I remember I wasn't, like I said, I didn't know how to work Twitter, and I was just like still kind of confused. But 3 days in was when I got a notice and a follow from Ariana Grande, and that was like
3 days into Twitter.
Yeah, dang. 3 days. And because I think I made my account July 12th, 2012, and then she followed on July 15th, 2012.
Dang.
So I was like, but I cringed at my tweet to her.
What was it?
I'm gonna like secondhand embarrassment right now. So I was like, you know how people would spam celebrities? Yeah. And so I was like, oh, do we have to do that? But I'm not a spam girl. Like, I get so embarrassed real quickly. I'm like, the most I'll send is 5. After that, I'm not tweeting you because I'm so embarrassed. But I remember like people would make like copy and paste like their tweets and then they'll put like the numbers or emojis at the bottom. Well,
would you follow me? 156.
Yeah. And so mine was, okay, please do not judge me. Please. I copied someone's tweet. and then I just like changed a couple words. But I was just like, I'm so embarrassed. Okay. I was like, I think it said something like, oh, I had a dream. It was like, oh, I had a dream that you followed me, but I woke up and you didn't. I woke up and the follow wasn't there. Can you make my dreams come true? I think I copied somebody's tweet to like one of the One Direction members. I don't remember. But I just copied it and I like changed up whatever and like took out like the 156, like whatever. And then she tweeted at me and she was like, she said something and then she was like, love you. And then she followed me. Wow. And I was like, let's go. So I had an Ariana Grande follow. Well, now she doesn't have Twitter, but since 2012. And so, and you know, she wasn't that big. I don't think so. Like she was big, but she wasn't like the star that she is now. Yeah. So that is my flex, is that. But I was super gullible on Twitter.
Oh no.
In the beginning. Because right after that happened, there was now I realized, but in the moment I was like hyped over the Ariana Grande stuff. I was like, oh my god. But I had this one account follow me and it was an Andrew Garfield account.
When was this?
This was like around the same time. Oh. Andrew Garfield does not have a Twitter. No, he does not. It was somebody cosplaying as him.
Oh gosh.
And then I remember like somebody like tweeted at him and they're like, oh my god, like you're on Twitter, you know, whatever. And he like just like sent one tweet. And then I was just like, Andrew Garfield followed me. And again, remember, I'm 3 days in Twitter. I don't really know how it works. And so I was just so excited. And then I was like messaging him, but nothing like how like people get your information and being weird and stuff. I think it was just like, no, I don't think it was. I think it was tweeting him. And then it was just like, oh, so how's filming? Or like, how's this going? And like they're answering.
Oh my god.
As if they're Andrew Garfield. But they were not. And then their account got deactivated. So
that's good.
That's tough. But yeah, I was very gullible, and I was like, wow, Ariana Grande and Andrew Garfield, look at AG, like I was like so excited, but it was not Andrew Garfield.
I got on Twitter when I like done a lot of Jonas Brothers and stuff, and then I left Twitter and I like literally deleted my account and went to Tumblr and like it was like I was an editing girly, not videos but like photos. I made like GIFs and like PSDs and stuff, and I was like editing photos of everybody on there, and then I like moved back to Twitter, I think 2013 or something, and that's like the same account that I use now. But I kind of like fell out of like the stan phase, and I was just in my basketball phase where I was like
I remember
I was live tweeting every single game. I did not want to miss a game of the Lakers. So yeah, that was that. And then like Shawn Mendes came out, which I didn't know him, which kind of leads me into one of my hot takes. Oh no, I'll go on it briefly. I'll like say this hot take briefly, and if you have anything to say, you can say it. Okay. But I just did not think Vine was funny. I didn't think anything on there was funny. Like, people would show me Vines, and I would laugh just because I wanted to be... I wanted to be in on it, and, like, I wanted to think Vines were funny because I didn't want to be, like... I wanted to fit in, you know? I wanted FOMO, but I really didn't think Vine humor was funny to me.
No. What?
I know, I felt so bad. But, so I didn't pay attention to Vine, so I had no clue who Shawn Mendes was until he started making music. Anyways, when Shawn Mendes came out, I was like 18. Yeah, 18. And it was our first year of college.
Yeah.
And, so then I, like, literally dove back into Stan Twitter. But we were in summer school in math class. And, I was, like, tweeting during math class at him, and he replied to me, and that was my first Shawn Mendes notice. And I turned to you, and I was like, oh my god, Shawn, and you did not pay attention to me. You couldn't care less. You were like, I don't know what you said, but like, you weren't matching my hype level. And so I was like freaking out while the professor was talking. But yeah, that was my very first Shawn Mendes notice. And yeah,
Wait, you did it during class?
Yeah, I was reading during class, and I got the notification, like, Shawn Mendes replied to you, and he, like, quote tweeted me. I was like, and I literally turned to you, I'm like, oh my god, Shawn Mendes quote tweeted me. And I forgot what you did. You were like, I don't know what you said, but I was like,
I probably did not understand you, but then also...
I feel like you were paying more attention to the lecture.
I love math.
But yeah, that was like my first Shawn Mendes notice, and yeah, I was just hooked on him since. But yeah,
I think this is the first celebrity that we both agreed.
Yeah.
That I mean, I'm not gonna count like Jonas Brothers because like I feel like everybody, but like after Jonas Brothers, I don't think we had a celebrity like that. We're like, oh yeah, we're both a fan of. But then Shawn Mendes, and we're like, okay.
I had like a couple Shawn Mendes notice, or really? Like at the same school, like, but a couple of years later, that's when he tagged me on Instagram.
Yeah, I was about to mention that right now.
Yeah, I would make, like on Tumblr, I would like edit photos, but I just like moved that to Twitter in 2017. He was like going on tour, and every night I would make these edits. Looking back now, they're so ugly, and I like cringe looking at them. But I would like
it's like the blur.
Yeah, I was trying to achieve an effect that cameras can only do, but I was like, but the photos weren't taken that way, so I was trying to achieve that in Photoshop. Anyways, looking back, they were like so ugly, but I thought they were so cool back then. And apparently he did too, because he reposted too. But yeah, he saw one of the edits on Twitter and he reposted it, and he tagged my Instagram account, like tagged me in the photo, and I'm still there. And really? That's all thanks to this one girl. I forget her name. But shout out to that girl for telling him my Instagram account. Yeah.
Yeah, there is something else. Something else about Shawn Mendes. Don't remember. Sorry. Okay, sorry.
But yeah. Do you have any other hot takes?
No. I mean, I have this comment because you mentioned every time that summer class math class gets mentioned, I only think of one event.
What?
when we were taking the exam and the professor walked up. Do you remember? Do you know which one I'm talking about? Oh, God.
Which? The summer math class?
The summer math class in college.
I don't remember.
Okay, so I do not cheat on tests and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Only because I've tried twice in my life and got caught both times. And so whenever somebody mentions like summer and math, I think of, even though, y'all, I'm really good at math. Like I'm the person who gets 101% on math tests. Like, I don't mean to be like cocky like that, but it's true. And I don't know why I was so nervous about this math test. And I made a cheat sheet. Like, you know how like you can get notes?
Oh, was it allowed?
Huh?
The cheat sheet was allowed?
No, it wasn't. and we were having the exam that day. But remember, he was in the hospital. The professor went to the hospital. So then we had a substitute, another math teacher come in.
Oh, okay. Yes, I remember this.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
So we had like the cheat sheet, and most of his like the little papers that you can do your work on was like, I believe, was yellow.
Okay.
So we had the yellow papers, and then we're like, oh, when they pass out the note paper, we can just use this one and pretend like we wrote it down. And no, it decided to be green or blue that day. And so I did my best to hide the paper. And the thing is, like, she started walking around. And let me tell you, I was not able to even pull out the paper. Like, because she was walking around.
Okay.
And so I hid it behind the note paper and then behind the exam. And so we didn't even get to the first question. She walked by the table, snatched the note paper, and just took it up to the front. And then, I took the exam, which I got a 90 something on. So I don't know why I was trying to use the cheat sheet anyways, if I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
And then like I remember when we turned in the exam, she made a star on mine and her exam. Dang. And now I'm like, oh my God, now I'm gonna be kicked out. You know when you get caught cheating in college, like, it's over. But luckily the professor did nothing about it. Just because I think it's because she took it so early on. Not her, but the actual professor. Mm-hmm. And plus he's in the hospital. So I don't think he like ended up caring, because I still passed it. Never got in trouble for it. But like, I was so stressed until grades came out, and I was just in the worst time of my life, because I was like, why was I so stupid to do that? But thankfully, she did catch it before we even did the first problem. Mm-hmm. So that helped. But the only other time, do you remember in 6th grade?
Yeah. I remember you telling me you telling me the story, but I do not remember this happening at all.
No. Do you want me to say it?
Yeah.
Okay. So and then the very first time, we were in 6th grade, and me, it's crazy because then I started being all about my grades in school and stuff, like later on, but definitely elementary and in 6th grade, I did not care about my grades. My grades were slipping, and then I got so in trouble by like the teachers and my mom, and I had to do extra outside work. I had to take extra science quizzes, that was my mom's lesson for me letting my grades slip. And ever since then, I kept my grades as straight A's because I did not want to do that again. But I had D's in science and math. And I don't remember what I had in English and history, but I did not have the best grade. And I know we had to take a quiz, and it was 5 questions, and it was we didn't know the answers to that. And so I think me and you were what was the answer? We didn't know. So we asked the person in front of I asked the person in front of us. Remember, it's a quiz. We're not supposed to be talking. We're not supposed to be cheating. I asked the person in front of us, and she gave us the answer. And so we wrote it down. And then after the teacher had to grade it, we three, I don't know if she kept us behind or she talked. I remember her talking to us. And then she was just like, how did you guys come up with this answer? And we were just like, oh, we don't know. Like, that was just like the answer. Because we wrote a numbered answer on a written, when it was supposed to be a written, like a word. Oh. But we wrote numbers. And we all had, like, let's say, like, 1962. Mm-hmm. Like, we all had that answer when it was nowhere near what the actual answer was. So, which is why the teacher looked at us like, oh, y'all, three of you guys just conveniently came up with 1962. No. And so, because of that, that is why we could not sit next to each other at all in her class.
I don't remember this at all.
Oh, man, I have like because I'm so embarrassed by it.
But I must have been an idiot for writing that answer. Yes. I probably didn't even read the question.
I know. I like really don't remember what the question was, but I know it was a science question. I don't know why we're putting 1962. That makes no sense. But yeah, we all just got caught, and we never got to sit next to each other in science or math. English and history, luckily we were able to, but we never cheated in there. But this one, I don't know what we were thinking, but yeah, that's also why I had to do the extra work, because it was told to my mom. And I was like, because did
we get like those infractions?
We didn't have infractions, thank God, at that time. We didn't get that. Infractions came when we were in 7th grade, I think. But yeah, anyways, it was just so embarrassing. And that was brought up to my mom when she went to go talk to her, and like, because about my grades and stuff. And I was just like, what a sellout. Like, why are you going to tell my mom? But yeah, like, it was just one mistake. She went so hard on us. I mean, I guess when you're a teacher, you can't let that pass. But like, yeah, girl, it was never that serious. It was a pop quiz. It wasn't even an exam.
Looking back, I wish I could like go back in time, because I would not care about middle school grades, because it does not count towards anything. Like, why did I care so much? And like, why did I care so much when I did get infractions? And like, when you would get these like infractions, it was when like you did something bad, and then your parent had to sign off on it. Like, why did I care when I got those? Because looking back now, my mom does not care like about those things. Like, I feel like she would act like she would care, but who cares? Like, one time I didn't want to show my mom I have to sign it, so I made my grandpa sign it. Like, he does not know what the heck he's signing. But yeah, I don't know. I worked hard in middle school when it's just not needed.
Yeah, that's true. Like, I know, yeah, infractions terrified me. I don't know. I mean, I just have a fear of getting in trouble. That is like, so I would, even to this day, if I had infractions let's say I was in school, I would probably still be the same way I was in middle school, because I just don't like getting in trouble. But yeah, definitely, I wish I did not take middle school grades that serious. I mean, like how my mom went, but yeah, and then I ended up taking honors. Like, girl, it's middle school.
Yeah, that's too much.
And I was so mad, because I remember while like the non-honor classes, you guys are watching like The Outsiders, and you guys are doing, I felt like you guys are doing fun stuff, and here we were reenacting Midnight Summer's Dream. What is that?
Yeah, Midnight Summer's Dream.
Yeah, I was so irritated. Like, the English teacher, she was so cool, but like, just as honor kids, you did not do the same thing. You did not, I don't know, because yeah, we did not read Outsiders. We did not.
Was this 8th grade? In 8th grade, I forget. I think it was Mr. George was my English teacher. And we read a book called Perfect. But I don't know. But I really don't know why we were reading this as 8th graders. Because it was about a girl who had an eating disorder. And was like binging and purging. And like whatever. All about that. And like just a random book that we read as a class. It was just a random book that he chose for the class as like the curriculum for the month or something. But it was just, I don't know, looking back now, I just feel like it's like kind of, I don't know, it's not a good book to have 8th grade girls reading, especially in like, it's such a big period of a time where you're like growing into your body, and like 8th grade girls are like so, I feel like, so into their appearance, and like, I don't know, it's just, I don't know, I feel like if you're reading that stuff on your own, whatever, but like having 8th grade girls read it, I don't know, I feel like it's, I don't know, it's like putting, I don't know, but I just think it was a weird book for him to choose, especially because no other teachers in the school are reading that book. Yeah. But yeah, moving on. I have another topic, and maybe we could end on this topic. It depends. I don't know if it's a good one. If you think it's a good one, but I'll ask you the question: if you are getting married, how do you feel about a wedding guest, a girl or something, wearing white?
Oh, absolutely not.
Really?
Absolutely not. You do not wear, unless you are the bride and you're the one getting married, you should not be wearing white. I'm sorry. That is just, it just breaks all rules. Like, it really does.
And okay, I've been seeing like a lot of like TikToks about this, about especially like girls like, get ready with me, I'm going to a wedding, and I'm like, and they're saying like, what should I wear, does this have too much white? And everyone's like, don't wear that, it has too much white. And for me, I don't know, I might be like the only one that thinks this, but if I was getting married, I don't think I would mind anybody wearing, like, any girl wearing a white dress or something, because like, you're wearing a wedding dress, like, you are clearly the bride, like, it doesn't matter if like anyone else is wearing white, especially, it's like, there's like guys wearing like, you know, a white button down shirt with a tie or whatever,
that's
like
different.
Yeah, I understand that, but like, I don't know, I just wouldn't care.
I just think it's like, because most like formal white dresses, it can pass off as a wedding dress no matter what. I don't know the real, like, the actual reason of where this all started and why people like feel this way, but it's just like, it's supposed to be the bride's day, and it's like the birthday girl, like, you don't outshine the birthday girl. Like, you let them have their so I feel like you wearing white to the bride's wedding, like, white already makes them stand out because everybody else is wearing colors, and here they are wearing white, and it's like, oh, then you coming in with a white dress, please. And it's like, no one knows what no one really knows what the dress looks like, because what if she did do like a simple formal dress, and you came in with a simple formal white dress too? Yeah, that's a problem.
I guess I understand that. But I was thinking like more of, I don't know, if the like wedding dress was like more poofy or whatever, then it would be like a clear distinction. But I guess I would get that point. But I don't know.
I mean, sorry to cut you off. I mean, unless like their wedding dress isn't white, it's not the traditional color like what everybody wants, or most people, and like they just have like a random, like a different color, obviously other than white, then maybe they don't care if the person has a white dress. Like, if I chose like a lavender like wedding dress, I'd be like, okay, I wouldn't care if you're wearing white. But if my dress is white, you can't wear white.
I've just seen people, like a lot of people talking about it, and like people picking out their wedding outfits, or it's like a dress with like white but there's other colors in it. They're like, I can't even wear it. Like, just, I don't know. If you're going to my wedding, wear white, people. I don't care.
Come up in a wedding dress.
Oh god.
No, I mean the ones that have color, like if it's a dress, it's predominantly another color, and then it just has like a splash of white because it's like the white flowers or something like that, then I don't think that would be a problem. At least not to me. But yeah, if it's a white dress, or I don't know, like, it's just crazy, because I don't know, I will be looking at you different. Not you, but like whoever comes in.
Yeah, well, I guess people would judge other people, like, say I don't have a problem with it, but people might judge the person wearing white. Yeah, but I don't know. But that's just like, I don't know, I definitely, my opinion that I feel like differs from other people's.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah,
because that is a universal thought of like, don't wear white, which I'm on that side. Like, just because, I mean, unless, like I said, if it's a different color, it's not a problem. I don't know.
But yeah.
Want to do another topic?
Do we have time? Maybe another quick one?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Just because I went faster way than it went by faster than I thought.
Oh, okay. This is probably another quick one. Mm-hmm. Let people enjoy concerts how they want to enjoy them. Mm-hmm. I always see, especially on like Stan Twitter or whatever, like people think, I don't know, people will be like, oh, these people around me are just standing there watching, like they're not even dancing around, they're not even yelling, like not true fans, blah 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 blah. And like they'll like take videos or photos of these people and post them on the internet for people to like bash.
Jeez.
People do not need to enjoy the concert screaming, dancing, yelling, whatever, which is fine. Like, that's cool if you want to do all that stuff. Like, go ahead because that's fun. Have fun. But people are allowed to have fun in ways that are fun to them. Like, I do not, like, jump up and down and dance, but I will be singing. I will be standing, like, watching. But I'm not, like, over the top. But I am enjoying the concert as much as the next person jumping, dancing, and, like, running around.
Yeah.
Just let people enjoy it. Like, just because they're standing there watching does not mean that like, they're, like, fake fans, whatever. I just always see people, like, calling out random strangers, taking videos of them watching a concert just because they're not, like, up to these people's standards. Leave people alone. They paid the same amount of money as you paid to watch this person. Let people enjoy concerts how they want to enjoy them.
Okay, I agree on... I don't think people need to be jumping up, singing, and dancing and stuff. If you're enjoying the concert too much for my liking.
If you're what?
If you're enjoying the concert too much for my liking.
Oh.
And that's not like, okay, you're dancing, you're having a good time, you're doing whatever. But then you just start being annoying. Like, you're screaming, singing, and all the videos everybody's trying to record. You're, like... And this ends up being like people who's like really drunk. But you're just like, now you're like, went from enjoying the concert, now you're disturbing people around. Like, if you're the people who gets mad, because I've seen a couple like of tweets from people and they're like, oh, they were having fun and then people are side-eyeing them. Like, it's never that serious. Again, it's like, let people enjoy the concert. But if you're just doing the absolute most, my goodness, please think about other people. Like, we're also trying to have fun, but we can't do it when you're like swinging your hands all up in my videos. You're like singing. I paid to hear the performer sing. I do not want to play back all my videos and all I hear is you singing off key. Now I'm real mad. So it's like, just like, don't do too much. Yeah. If that makes sense. Like, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not trying to tell people to be boring at concerts. No. Dance your heart out. Sing your heart out. But, like, don't yell your heart out, if that makes sense. But it's just like, you know.
Yeah, and even, like, the people who are, like, jumping around dancing, they, like, record themselves just jumping around dancing. And the people around them who probably, like, do not care, they're just watching the performance, they have to, like, post that video of them jumping around dancing of themselves and be like, oh my god, look at everybody around, like, making it about themselves.
Yeah.
Like, that gets me even more annoyed. Like, people don't care about you as much as you think people care about you.
Yeah. And it's just, I don't know. Like, just do it respectfully.
Yeah.
That's it. I think makes the most sense. But if you are the person who is just a downer at concerts, like, you are seated, you are not tuning into nothing, or like, you know, those people who like play like TV shows or like whatever, and they're like focused on
during
that.
the concert.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Some people be like, it's okay, like swiping on like social media here and there, but like, you paid for tickets to a concert and then you're just like on your phone doing something else. Like, that's kind of wild, because I would not waste money like that. You might as well just stay at home.
Yeah.
Like, if that makes sense. But I don't know. But I mean, I know some people do it for like jokes, because they know they're like, somebody will see them and then like want to make them like make a post about them.
Like, go viral.
Yeah, it's never that serious. But like, I think, I don't know, but yeah, I'm not gonna talk down too much on somebody who sits.
I mean, I've definitely sat at a concert, but it's only because everyone else is sitting.
Yeah. I mean,
if everyone's standing up, then I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna go with the crowd.
yeah. I would definitely do that. Except one time, I did not do that. I sat down the whole opening act because I did not care for the opening act. And I understand. Like, I would not do that now unless, like, everybody else is still sitting. But I'm like, because sometimes I want to stand for the opening act. Because when you're in a seated seat, but, like, no one stands up. And I'm like, y'all, stand up. I don't want to be the only one out of, like, a crowd of, like, 100, 200 people. And I'm just like, yeah. Like, no, I wish the crowd was as hyped for the opening acts now. But again, me back then when it was One Direction concert and 5SOS was opening up for them, I did not listen to 5SOS. So it's just like, I didn't really care. And they opened up for them twice. Like, different tours.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, please, I wanted like a new opening act because like then you kind of get into new artists based on that. But 5SOS was for both of them. And then I'm like, I just did not get into their music. And I'm like, I guess I could have got up and like got food and stuff, but with the way the prices were, and my mom bought the tickets. So no. So I just sat there. And I do kind of regret because that's kind of it's messed up, like when you think about it. But then, I mean, that was just me at the moment. I just sat down and I'm like, I don't know.
I sat for an opener once.
Yeah.
And it was Shawn Mendes. I forget which tour, but Charlie Puth was opening for him. And this is the tour. I was literally second row center. And I got there while Charlie Puth was still on stage. So everyone was standing up, like, in the first two rows where I was. But this is a time when, like, Charlie Puth was, like, being messy and, like, people didn't like him. So I was like, I'm not going to stand up for him. He's a freak. So I sat down I was literally, everyone standing up, and here's me seated in the middle in the second row. And looking back, I do.
Wait, you were second row?
Yeah.
From the stage?
I don't know how I got that ticket, but I did.
But it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, but
at least I wasn't that close.
I was sitting down for his entire set, but I did kind of enjoy it.
Just bopping your head.
Shout out Charlie Puth.
But yeah, from now on, I hope people show more love to opening acts. Yeah. Because they just, like, sometimes it's their, like, first show or, like, first concert, first tour. And it's just like, dang, when the crowd, I don't know, maybe that's just me. I would be so self-conscious. I'll see like the whole crowd just sitting down, and on top of that, only half of the crowd is there. Like, the seats are empty. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I feel bad when, like, not the whole crowd is clapping for them.
Yeah, it's sad. I just makes me want to clap even harder. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Show love to the opening act.
Yeah. The opening acts for Taylor, I don't know who they are. So I don't know any of their music. So I mean, I'll clap for them, but I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be singing along. But yeah, should we end it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you guys. Oh, let me talk in the mic. Thank you guys for listening to this episode of Previously on the Internet. As usual, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube now for the video. And then, of course, follow us on those channels, as well as our TikTok and Instagram, Previously on the Internet, and our Twitter, POTI Podcast. Did you want to say anything?
No, that's pretty much it. Just follow us.
Yes.
Enjoy listening.
Yes, and we will talk to you guys next week. Goodbye.